There she is. I'd say as beautiful as ever. She's definitely not a show truck, but to me, she's pretty awesome. If we get close, you can, I mean, you can't really tell the clear coat from here, but as you get close, you can see clear coats come off. But, you know, working on that outdoor patina, because it is an outdoor truck. So, getting there a little at a time. The stance over here, the Crown Vic drop in the front, and the tires, wheels and tires, they're Crown Vic wheels, 17 by 7 with 235 55s in the front and 255 55 17s in the rear. Got the Coyote badge on there. I guess that's new from last video. Got these smaller mirrors. I used to have the big trailer mirrors and took those off not long ago. Left some holes right here, so I don't know if I'll fill those, let them be. I do not know. They don't really bother me. Same thing over here. Got these holes left from putting on those new mirrors. I could put some stainless cap screws in them or something, or just leave them on. I don't know. See the stance from this side. Let me show you under the hood. Oh, the headlights are different. LEDs way better at night. Can actually see to drive now. Let me show you the Coyote. All right, here's the good stuff. Gen 1 Coyote. I still running the BBK long tubes, ceramic coated long tubes, to a BBK 2.5 inch X pipe, 2.5 inch MagnaFlow mufflers that come out before the rear tires. I'm running a 2018 Mustang GT intake, and these make really good power. They're cheap and they make really good power. Still running the JLT cold air intake tube. Added this cold air intake. It's this whole portion is filled with a very large K&N filter. I can show you that in just a second. And it comes in right here. Here's the inlet. Had to cut a hole. Use a bell mouth, 4-inch bell mouth, 4-inch piping into the box here with said K&N. Okay, got power brakes. I guess I added this since last time. Aeromotive fuel pressure, fuel rail. I guess that's Aeromotive. I can't really tell. Fuel gauge. Oh, I did run 3/8 inch aluminum line, Summit aluminum line, from the tank up to the fuel gauge, and then 3/8 back to the tank. I've got a Taurus fan on here. Big Champion aluminum radiator that was on here when I had the 390 big block in here. It works great. What else? It's got power steering right in this area. It's got AC down there. AC works, heat works, power steering works great. I guess that's about it. Nothing, not too much done under the hood. Cleaned up under here, under the hood a little bit more from last video. I'll show you the interior. All right. Come here. Oh, one thing I just did recently, I was having an issue of the doors not closing well, and then just being very rattly. I found this, that the strikers did not have the plastic sleeve on them like they come from the factory. So I found this blue, what is it, PEX pipe at Home Depot, very cheap. Cut a 1-inch section off of it, put that on there. Oh man, the doors close beautifully now, and they're quiet. Solid, quiet when I open now. Very good cheap mod right there. One thing I did do from the last video is I put bucket seats in. The shifter that was in here just was not working well. And actually, the MT82 that was in here was not working so well. So I shipped the MT82 off to Calimer Transmissions, and they got a stage 1 rebuild on it. And man, it is buttery smooth. The thing is awesome. So where the shifter comes up, I chose to go with bucket seats. And these things are sweet. They hold you in place. They if you're bigger than, like, if you're over 200 pounds, they're probably a little tight. I'm 170 pounds, and I think they fit me very, very well. Still running Dakota digital gauges. Vintage AC, still have that. Tilt steering. Here's my Dakota digital gauges. Clock, time, high speed 92, quarter mile time. I usually just leave it on clock. Bluetooth radio, same as I had last time. All right, the shifter is an MGW, and I did add a little section here to make it to my liking. The shifter is fantastic. That with the Calimer Stage 1 shifts are buttery smooth, crisp. I can rev it to 7,000, hit second, third, no issues now. So fun. Oh, one thing I did not show on the on my previous video was the wiring behind the passenger seat. I'll show you the quiet, nice PEX pipe, PEX, whatever it is, little plastic piece on this side. Fantastic mod. If you do not have the sleeves on yours, on your old F100, do that. Well worth a couple of bucks. Okay, so on this side, behind the passenger seat is my wiring. Here, move the seatbelt out of the way, and you can, actually I'll come in here. You can see my wiring set up. High voltage? Not really. It's just 12 volts. Nothing to be scared about. But had a buddy of mine make this little clear box for it. Had all my wires behind there. You can still see what's going on, but yeah, nice little touch. Got Got a couple of 6x9s back here. I haven't done much to the stereo system wise. I probably will eventually, and as well as get a, you know, a console made for this. I picked this baby up. It is a 8 from Goodwill. It was like $3, and I found this thing at Walmart for a couple of dollars. So it holds drinks, and if you want to put 8 tracks in here, you can. Or you can just put other stuff. It works for now. All right, let's get out of the interior now, and I'll show you underneath for a second and the bed, and call it done. So one thing I did, my body mounts that were in here, as you can see right there, they were crusty and falling apart. So I got some red polyurethane ones here and here and in the back under the cab. Put those in. It was a pain in the butt. Those bolts do not want to come out, but they were falling apart, so I felt it needed to be done. The truck is a long bed, so here's a look at the long bed. Get you a better look from this direction. 8-foot bed. I carry stuff in it. I just used it to haul my dirt bike to a riding spot, my KTM, to a riding spot this past weekend, so it gets used. It gets used as a truck quite often. So on the rear, I've got 255, here, let me get right here, 255 55/17 tires with the Crown, again with the Crown Vic steel wheels. I'd like to go to a lighter wheel one day, but this is what I'm using for now. Under here you can see I've got Caltrac traction bars. See my Caltracs in this area, and I'm using Rancho RS 9000 9-way adjustable shocks. You see the 8.8 rear end, the Caltrac on that side. Move up here, you can see where the exhaust exits, just under the frame toward the outside before the rear tires. Magnaflows. One thing about the exhaust is the headers, they hang down pretty low. They are long tubes, they hang down, but I did what I could to bring them up a little bit from last video. So I got this 2.5-inch piece right here that brings them up almost even, well, just under the drive shaft and just under the frame rail. So it still hangs down a little bit, but not nearly as bad as it did. So you can see way down here view, you can see the headers hanging down there, but as far as the exhaust, much better tucked under there than it was before. It never scrubbed on anything. It's just kind of annoying to look at from the side, but now you can hardly see it. Let me check out the 8.8 rear for you guys. I don't think before I had the Ford white letters on here. Got these white decals from eBay and put them right over the Ford. I like the look a lot better. As you can see, there's a lot of imperfections in the paint here and here. The bed is just I used Herculiner to start with and rolled that in there, and then since then I just spray bed liner every you know, when a spot comes up that needs it. Added a couple of these things for putting in dirt bikes. Got a big steel bumper. And under here is the Crown Vic 8.8. It's got 327 gearing, which is actually not bad at all with the MT82. That MT82, first and second gear, all the gears are numerically pretty darn high. I wouldn't want 373s. Maybe 355s would be the place to be, but these 327s, it hauls ass. It'll burn the tires off. I catch second and still light them up and catch third. Again, show you the passenger side, so I can stay out of the sun. The sun's not really working for me to get a good view of the truck. I'll do another video, but just wanted a quick run around of what I'd been doing to it recently. Let me crank it up. You can hear it run. Finish with a quick launch in my driveway.